Live from WYLN Hazleton, this is WYLN's late edition News at 10 with meteorologist Joe Garbacek, sports with Beth Mensinger, anchors Lisa Sugar and L.A. Tyrone. News, weather, sports, features, and more. You're watching WYLN's late edition News at 10.
Good evening and welcome to WYLN's late edition for Thursday, August 29th, 2013. I'm Lisa Sugart. Tonight, a rock and roll legend is in our studios. Don't miss Billy Burnett and a chance to win tickets to see him live tomorrow night in Jim Thorpe. Plus, the countdown is on to next weekend's big Fun Fest celebration. Tonight, we'll preview more of the fun and festivities. In sports, Beth Mensinger has details on the last home game for the Fightin' Phils, plus the latest on the future of Russ Kanzler. And meteorologist Joe Garbacek's here to preview the big Labor Day weekend forecast. But first, late edition's look at tonight's top stories. We begin tonight with a deadly fire in Wilkes-Barre. Flames broke out just before 7 p.m. at a home on Kent Lane. These are photos courtesy of viewer Nick Hughes and also from the Times Leader. Now, firefighters arrived to find heavy fire inside the two-story single home. The Times Leader is reporting that sadly a 90-year-old woman who lived there did not make it out of the burning home. There is no word on her identity. A city fire inspector was on scene. No word yet on the cause of that deadly blaze tonight in Wilkes-Barre. A new class for the new Hazleton Academy of Sciences School has some residents and Hazleton area school board members questioning why. Late Edition's Ann Gownley reports.
Concerns over junior achievement of northeastern Pennsylvania providing lessons and activities for the Hazleton Area Academy of Sciences on Marcellus Shale and paid for by Cabot Oil was a concern for some board members and residents this evening. Superintendent Dr. Francis Antonelli explained to us that there will be 7 lessons taught in the course, 4 by Hazleton area teachers, 3 by junior achievement volunteers, and 1 by an environmental group. This program is a first for the district.
The intent was to present a balanced view of the gas industry as it presently exists. We had a culminating activity planned for a mock town hall meeting where the students, after being exposed to the 7 units, would choose a viewpoint and then present the rationale for their stance on fracking in this mock town hall meeting.
This program was tabled at tonight's meeting by board members Robbie Wallace and Steve Hahn. Wallace says there are still a lot of unanswered questions that need to be addressed before he can vote.
What involvement does the oil company actually have? We don't know. Was it just providing the materials? Was it providing the lessons? Is there going to be a presentation supporting this, against it? And I think once we get the information from junior achievement and we see what's involved and we have a chance to look at the lessons, we might have blown this all out of proportion. On the other hand, if it is a slanted presentation or if only one side's allowed to give their point of view, that's an entirely different story.
Well-known environmental activist Anne-Marie Shelby from Hazel Township says whether it be Cabot Oil or any other industry in Pennsylvania, she hopes it's not a one-sided lesson on the gas industry, and also adds that the curriculum may be too advanced for 9th graders.
First, it's the age, and then they're paying for it. So when they pay for it, there has to be something in there for them. I'm sure Cabot, why isn't Chesapeake doing it? Why isn't other gas companies doing it? So the industry is very broad, but this one chooses to come here. That's a little concerning. I just think they need another point of view, and they acclaimed that they would be getting another point of view. But my thoughts is like, well, we'll let them do a town hall meeting. All you have to do is put on PCN and see some of the town hall meetings run by either the gas industry or environmental industries or the state. I don't think a 9th grader is prepared for that.
Dr. Antonelli says he hopes to present the board with more information on this lesson at a future meeting.
We think it's important for our students to be exposed to varying viewpoints on significant issues, social issues, because we feel that develops their critical thinking skills, which are so necessary in today's world.
In Hazel Township, for WYLN's Late Edition, I'm Ann Gownley.
Thanks, Ann. Last week we told you about Walter Hunsaker. He's the McAdoo man who's been riding to work on his motorcycle, which carries the Soldier's Cross. The Soldier's Cross is the battlefield marker of where a soldier has fallen. He's had it on his bike as a tribute to veterans. The gun in it is a plastic toy. Hunsinger works at Valmont Newmark in the Valmont Industrial Park. While public reaction has been overwhelmingly positive, Newmark's home office told him he was barred from taking it onto company property, but he wrote it to work again. Today, he was suspended indefinitely without pay. Newmark says it's for insubordination, taking the bike with the plastic gun onto company property, though he had been told not to. The company says it's about safety, and the presence of the toy gun broke company policy. Fire broke out this morning in West Hazleton, and it was no accident. For the second time in just 4 months, multiple fire departments responded to 203 North 3rd Street early this morning.
Approximately 1:56 this morning, we got dispatched here on the 4th Street for a working structure fire confirmed by police department. Units arrived. We found a small fire in the house. That fire was extinguished. Unfortunately, the fire had gotten into the walls. That fire was then subsequently taken care of. We had about 40 firefighters, 5 departments on the scene. There's no power in the house. The meters are powered, but the meters are cut off to the house.
The residence is vacant. Flames spread from the basement and traveled to other floors of the home and across to the 201 side of the house. Back in April, this same vacant home was the scene of another fire. Police Chief Brian Buglio says the cause of this morning's fire is the same as the last one.
This particular residence, there was an arson there once before, and we definitely know this time it is arson. However, we don't know if it was somebody trying to burn the building down, or was it because somebody was living inside the residence in the basement, and maybe they were cooking, maybe they were having the fire to stay warm, and that's what caused the fire. We're still investigating that. But we're asking the neighbors if they see anybody coming or going from that property to dial 911 and let us know. We don't want the residents to start on fire again and jeopardize any other residents in the right area.
Anytime we leave the station, we're at risk, whether it's responding to an automatic fire alarm or to a working structure fire. Fortunately, we pretty much knew the way out of this house because of the prior fire.
Now, no one was injured. However, if you saw or heard anything, you are being asked to call the West Hazleton Police immediately. That number, 455-3733. More details on a story we told you about last night, just minutes after it happened. There was a home invasion at this home in West Hazleton. 2 men broke in and stole a safe. We spoke with West Hazleton Police Chief Brian Buglio.
When the officers arrived on scene, what they discovered was the house was robbed by 2 armed men carrying revolvers. They pushed their way into the residence. After they pushed their way into the residence, they told the people inside to get down on the couch, face down, and don't look up. They attempted to steal some sort of breathing machine there, an oxygen machine. When that failed, they then saw a safe that was in the bedroom, and at that time when they saw the safe, they removed the safe from the residence, told the male inside the house to keep his head down or they would shoot him, and they fled on foot, and we don't know which direction they traveled or if they were in a car. We're asking the neighbors if they have any information. The 2 actors are described as, one was 6 foot approximately, the other one was 5'9", dark-skinned males, both wearing dark-colored clothing.
Now, if you saw or heard anything, you're asked to call the West Hazleton Police. Again, the number 455-3733. New information this evening concerning the fatal shooting of an 18-year-old man in McKeansburg. Ann Gownley reports.
No charges will be filed against 49-year-old Kurt Stein of McKeansburg in the fatal shooting of 18-year-old Zachary Foster after finding him inside his home attempting to burglarize it last Saturday night. Schuylkill County District Attorney Karen Burns-Noon said in a press conference today at the Frackville State Police Barracks that the shooting was justified after completing a thorough investigation.
Interviews at the scene, interviews of neighbors, interviews with the family of the deceased, investigation and collection of evidence at the scene, review of the 911 tape, review of the footage of the home security system, interviews at the Pennsylvania State Police Barracks after the incident, viewing of numerous photographs, and discussions with the coroner. It is the conclusion of the Pennsylvania State Police and the District Attorney's Office that no charges will be filed in this unfortunate incident.
Foster was pronounced dead on the scene at 150 North Market Street in McKeansburg. According to Schuylkill County Coroner Dr. David Moylan, Foster died from suffering a gunshot wound to the left side of his head. State Police Trooper John Powis said that Stein did have a permit to carry the gun and used it on Foster during the attack. According to state troopers, there was a pocket knife found on the scene, but it's unclear whether Foster was going to use it or even had it out. Police say Stein and Foster were familiar with each other because they were neighbors, but believe that Stein did not recognize Foster when he shot his gun.
Our thoughts go out to the families who have dealt with this tragic incident. Trooper Powis, Corporal Katita, myself, First Assistant District Attorney Thomas Campion, Corporal Dupree, Sergeant Whitmoyer. We have been discussing this case from the moment it's happened. We have slept very little because of the tremendous amount of emotions that have been dealt with by the families. And again, our thoughts go out to both of them, to all of the family members who have dealt with this incident.
Again, no charges will be filed against Kurt Stein in the fatal shooting of Zachary Foster. In Frackville for WYLN's Late Edition, I'm Ann Gownley.
Police have now identified the man shot by police after a high-speed chase Monday, which started in St. Clair and ended in Mahanoy City. He is 69-year-old John Pino of Shenandoah. He is still in Geisinger Medical Center in Danville, though his condition has been upgraded to serious. State police at Frackville say it started with an attempted shoplifting at Walmart in St. Clair. Police say Pino was seen driving fast and erratically in the store's parking lot, jumped on Interstate 81 and headed north. The chase ended in Mahanoy City after police say he backed into two cruisers, got stuck in a ditch on White Owl Drive, and gunned the engine trying to get away. He was shot by an officer. No one else was hurt.
They have a good working relationship with the hospital, and
when he gets out of the
at
hospital,
this point,
when he becomes ambulatory, you know, if he has to stay in the hospital, we have no fear that he's gonna, in the middle of the night, walk out of the hospital. So with the close relationship with Geisinger and the state police, we will hopefully know when it is time to come serve the warrant on him.
And the charges that were filed against him?
Numerous. Ag assault, simple assault, recklessly endangering, many traffic violations.
Today, District Judge Anthony Kilker issued a warrant for him.
Well, he has to be charged. It doesn't matter what his condition is. We can't not charge him because of his medical condition or his age. He has to be charged.
The warrant will be served and Pino will be charged when he's released from the hospital. An elderly man was struck by a car at North Church Street and West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton early this morning. Police say they found the man in the middle of the road around 5:40 a.m. He had been struck while attempting to cross the street. The vehicle that hit him left the scene. Police say the vehicle was a 2010 Volkswagen Jetta, possibly gray in color. No word on the condition of the victim. Anyone with information on the hit and run is asked to contact police at 459-4940. A reported fight with gunshots on Hazleton's south side last night. Police say it happened around 11 o'clock near Chapel and Hazel Streets. There were no reported victims. City police ask anyone with information to contact them at 459-4940 or else dial 911. Fast food workers in many major cities walked out on their jobs today.
They're protesting their wages. Workers walked off the job in 50 major cities today, including these McDonald's workers in New York. They want to make $15 an hour as opposed to the current $7.25, and that's the current federal minimum wage. Workers say they can't raise families on those wages.
INN's Phil Doherty reporting. Well, if you've been wondering what to do with that old air conditioner or TV, the city of Hazleton has the answer. Communities everywhere are attempting to deal with a large volume of electronics that end up on curbs for weekly garbage pickup. A new state law that took effect this year prohibits electronics from being disposed of with the usual trash. Now that has triggered some communities to host special electronics recycling programs like this. Now word today that the city of Hazleton is planning to do the same.
As I looked into it, I saw, Butler Township offered electronic recycling. Wilkes-Barre offers electronic recycling. But why can't we do something like that here in Hazleton? This could be something that's going to be offered for not only just Hazleton residents, but residents outside of the area as well.
Kevin Shatter is a member of Hazleton City Council. He joined Mayor Joe Yannuzzi and Council President Jim Perry in making the special announcement. Shatter said the city is dealing with an epidemic of electronics ending up on city curbs and garbage haulers who are then prohibited from taking them. As a result, the city will host its first ever electronic and universal waste recycling event in just a few weeks.
We ask all residents to bring their electronics with the approved list down here on September 14th, from 10 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon. And even more of a benefit, though, is not only that we're going to be cleaning up this town, but Green Solutions is willing to give back some money to the city, which we so desperately need. So it's a win-win for everyone.
The special recycling event will take place at the city parking lot on East Chestnut Street between South Wyoming and South Pine Streets. The mayor is encouraging everyone to take part in the program and warns those who continue to put out their electronics in with the regular garbage each week.
Once we start this program, we will enforce our laws, our code laws, and that is if you put out a TV on your sidewalk and they leave it there, it's not supposed to be there, you're in violation of the code. So your best bet is to get it down here starting September.
While most items can be disposed of free of charge, there will be a $15 fee for each item that contains Freon and a $10 charge per television set. And for those who are disabled or homebound, Perry said the city will actually come and pick up the items to be recycled.
Again, keep in mind, it's all cords, electronics, dehumidifiers, everything that's electronic in your house. And many people just get new ones and don't know what to do with the old ones. So this is a good place. So we want them to start thinking about cleaning up and looking for all that electronic material in their house, which everybody has. And so if you could start, this will be a start.
The local lawmakers hope this will be the first of many such events. Again, the first ever electronics recycling will take place in Hazleton Saturday, September 14th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. For more information, contact Councilman Shatter and Perry or call Hazleton City Hall. Elsewhere tonight, there will be a change for those attending the Bloomsburg Fair next month. Fair officials have announced that guns will be banned from this year's event. Bill Barrett, Bloomsburg Superintendent of Police and Parking, explained that the ban has been issued to assure the safety of all fairgoers. The decision came after consulting with state and federal officials. The gun ban is solely for the fair, which is set for September 21st through the 28th. Officials previously announced that they will also be searching bags as people enter the fairgrounds this year. Well, there's a new owner for an established exercise center in our area. It had been known as Curves for Women, but now it's under new ownership and has a new name. It's now Circuit for Women, and its new owner is Sandra Bill, who held a grand opening recently.
I took it over the 1st of June, and I'm happy to say we are doing very well. And I thought it would be nice to let the public know that we're here and open for business, and we welcome all new members.
And there's more changes than just the name.
We are trying to get more of our younger group of people to come in, and but we also cater to our seniors. It is an all-women's gym, so we have a 30-minute circuit. It takes about 2.5 sessions to go around, and we have Zumba, and we also have yoga classes in the evenings.
Joan Shive's been coming here for a dozen years.
I'm a member for 12 years. I think it's great. Senior, non-senior, whatever, makes my bones feel terrific. It really, really does. The people are nice, make a lot of new friends, and both owners, the owner in the past, which was Kathy, and Sandy, the new owner, they're both great. They're doing a great, great job.
Circuit for Women is on Church Street in Hazel Township, just after the intersection with 23rd Street. And that is a look at tonight's top stories. Time now to get our first look at the fast-approaching Labor Day weekend forecast. Meteorologist Joe Garbacik outdoors this evening in the Bedrock Gardens Weather Center. Joe?
Thank you very much, Lisa. What we're trying to show you right now, don't adjust your TV set. Yes, we are still live on TV, but we're actually showing you the lightning that's actually occurring. This is just right outside of our backyard, and this is actually looking toward the south and east. And there's actually quite a bit of lightning. There's some pretty powerful storms that are actually moving in those regions. They were working their way up from a Wilkes-Barre area down toward the south and east, producing a lot of lightning in a short amount of time period and really lighting up the sky behind me, which is just a beautiful sky when you see that lightning lighting up the sky, I should say. We'll let you know where those storms are. In fact, let's take a look at the radar with all of the lightning bolts associated with them, and you can clearly see where we were showing you were those storms that were making their way some from the, say, Wilkes-Barre, Scranton area, making their way toward the south and east and right in Lehighton area. Yeah, that's what we were able to see is the lightning from that far away, and some cloud-to-ground lightning bolts, so some strong storms in those regions. We'll talk what we can expect if we can have any more rain through the overnight hours and what we can expect for tomorrow coming up next.
Hi, I'm Liz Tolan. I'd like to invite you to the first annual COPS event. It's taking place on September 21st right here at the Butler Township Community Center. This event brought to you by WYLN 35 in Hazleton, the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance, and other area sponsors will consist of a 5K run, 5K walk, kids fun run, open air concert, free cookout for the community, crafters, tricky trays, and so much more. Proceeds from this event will go to benefit 4 area police departments. When you call these men and the men and women they serve with, they're going to be there for you. Won't you take one day out of your busy schedule and be there for them?
Heritage SureSave, your neighborhood full-service supermarket. Come see for yourself. They have the freshest selection of meats, cheese, and produce. Baked goods made fresh on premises. They have an in-store butcher who is happy to accommodate your special orders. Be sure to stop in and check out their unadvertised specials. You'll find them throughout the store. See their flyer for weekly specials. Heritage SureSave, your neighborhood full-service supermarket. This week at Heritage, they brought back their hottest sale on Turkey Hill ice cream. 1.5 quart, only 3 for $6.
For all your projects large and small, Bedrock Gardens has it all. They are fully stocked and ready to fill your order. Rubber mulch and rubber curbing to match. Lots of color choices to pick from. Wall stone, natural stone, full pallets ready to go. Their bins are full with rich colored quality mulch that will look wonderful all season long. Finish off your fabulous outdoor space with their quality patio furniture and easy to assemble fire pits. Everything you need for your summer projects. Delivery available or just stop by and they will load you up. Bedrock Gardens, locally owned and operated. Call today.
The WILN Weather Center brings you precise weather information you need to plan your day. And now you can get the latest weather conditions online anytime at WILNTV.com. Utilizing the latest technology, meteorologist Joe Garbacic brings you the most accurate weather information available, including webcams to view current road conditions and detailed maps of our area. For a full, detailed, and accurate daily weather report, watch WILN Weather with Joe Garbacic weekdays at 5 and 10 and online anytime at WILNTV.com.
Obviously, we have some of those thunderstorms across parts of our region producing a lot of rain in a short amount of time period, some cloud-to-ground lightning bolts as well. And the ones we showed you out in the distance from our Bedrock Gardens Outdoor Weather Center as we were looking toward the south and east, these are the cells right in through here, right now to the south of the Lehighton area. And these are some pretty potent storms that are actually occurring as I speak, and because of that, we're actually able to see the lightning up here and gave us a phenomenal display, which you were able to see before we went to break. Our live Lehigh Tire conditions outside our television station in Hazleton, 68 degrees, pressure coming in at 29.98 inches of mercury. And again, the winds continuing to be relatively light, really not much of a factor across our area. Our Robert Stevens Face and Body Almanac page for the day, 83 and 62. The averages are 78 and 58 for this time of year, 95 and 38. The records still stand, 628, 741, sunrise and sunset for tomorrow. So this morning, waking up, temperatures generally in the 60s for the most part, so a mild morning. And then we did manage to get up in most locations into the 80s. Some of the cooler locations, higher elevations, struggling to make it out of the 70s for daytime highs. Temperature-wise right now, 72 degrees in Berwick, 66 in New Angola, 71 in Monoy City, and 70 degrees in Danville. Satellite and radar Again, there's that patch of some of those showers and storms making their way, say, across the eastern third of Pennsylvania. Every location not seeing the rain. But I tell you what, some of those storms are potent, producing a lot of rain in a short amount of time period and some pretty dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning. But in the wake of that, behind really just not much happening. So as we go through the overnight hours, really not expecting anything happening across our region tomorrow. For the most part, looks good. Could be some areas of fog that will be forming, and then other than that, we'll see a mix of clouds and sunshine for our Saturday. Overall, not looking too bad. May have to deal with a shower or storm coming through our region. And then, as we go into Sunday and Monday, looks like some more showers and thunderstorms will come back into play. Temperature-wise, as we go through tonight, you can see the numbers for you. Going through tomorrow, 70s, could be some lower 80s out there as well. And then dropping down into the 60s as we go into tomorrow night, noontime hour, Saturday. Notice temperatures for the most part in the 70s to lower 80s. So another warm day for tomorrow. And I think we're going to be looking at dry conditions across our region throughout the daytime hours. And then by the weekend, shower or storm around for our Saturday. Definitely cannot rule that out. And then by the second part of the weekend and early next week, we could be looking at some more widespread showers and thunderstorms that we're going to have to dodge here and there. So again, tomorrow, statewide, not looking bad at all temperature-wise, 80s. Some of the higher elevations struggling to make it out of the upper 70s, but still overall not bad. Extended forecast brought to you by the Wire Guys, a division of Arc Electric. Here's what we can expect over the next couple of days. We'll have some of that fog around, and then it'll gradually give way to a mix of clouds and sunshine for tomorrow, 77. Shower or storm around for Saturday, 82. And then staying in the upper 70s for Sunday and Monday. Some of those showers and storms around here and there. Other than that, sunshine mixed with clouds, and then a little bit cooler for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Our evening Pennsylvania lottery numbers: a daily 139, a big 4, 6173. Quinto numbers looking like this: 92533, and a cash 5, 139, 24, and 37. Lisa.
Thank you, Joe. Coming up, a rock and roll legend joins LA Live, plus your chance to win tickets to see his big show tomorrow night in Jim Thorpe. It's all happening next, right here on Late Edition.
Did you hear about the new grooming place in town? Yep. Should we try them out?
Nope. You two need to go to the Lazy Dog. Steve and Melissa always take good care of us, and we look fantastic.
Don't go anywhere but the Lazy Dog. They are great at what they do. They are locally owned and reasonably priced. Why would you even think about going to a big box groomer? You're right, pups. I'm going to the Lazy Dog for all my grooming. The Lazy Dog, your locally owned, locally operated groomer, serving the Hazleton area since 2009.
WYLN has a position available for a part-time videographer for live sporting events this upcoming season. Evening and weekend work is required. Please call Joe 570-956-3877.
Make your dollars work even harder during the Lazy Boy Labor Day sale on now at Grand Central. Recliners starting at $3.99. Sofas from only $6.99. Even Power Recline XR, the only rocker recliners with independent power adjust back and leg rest. All marked down so you can rest up. Hurry in for the best selection. Everybody shops Grand Central for the Lazy Boy Labor Day sale. Grand Central, making your house a home.
When it comes to the Wire Guys, you are going to have an amazing experience. And if it means giving you back your money, plus, I'm going to do it. We guarantee everything. 112% money back guarantee. Labor and material guaranteed for a year. So you don't really need to worry about it. You're going to walk up to the wall, throw the switch, put your power cords in the outlets, and everything is the way it's supposed to be. Call me. Your time is valuable. If we're late, you get paid.
All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Tamaqua, PA is a 3-generation family-owned and operated dealership entering their 33rd year of business and continues to uphold the family philosophy that every customer should be treated as part of the family. Stop in and let them show you how they honor these values. You'll meet a family member in every department, from finding your new car in sales to low interest rates and financing and extending your vehicle's life and service.
Give us the opportunity to show you. We're big enough to serve you, but small enough to know you.
Watch Off the Beaten Path and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
Back to Late Edition on this Thursday, and a great pleasure to have Billy Burnett with us tonight. I appreciate you coming in, and I know you were rushed because you just got in Newark not too long ago.
It's great to be here, LA. Thank you so much.
Here. I know you want to talk about a lot of your the material and the show that's coming up tomorrow night, but I would be remiss with your bloodline, Johnny Burnett, Dorsey Burnett, even your cousin Rocky Burnett,
Yes.
without mentioning part of that. Is it true that when you were 4, 5 years old, that you were an occasional featured guest of the original rock and roll trio with Johnny and Dorsey?
I did, actually. I was, I got up and sat in with the rock and roll trio when I was 3.5 years old.
3.5?
Yeah, yeah. I did my first record when I was 7, 1960 for Dot Records, so I got started early.
Let me ask you about that, because I guess, when would you consider that you got serious? Because I've been aware of your records probably since the early 70s. Yeah. And I'm thinking that some of those records were the one where you decided, this is really what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
If that's the case, and I'm thinking of Tony Martin Jr., Tony Martin's son, he kind of got pushed into a singing career he didn't really want, and he had to keep telling people, I'm not Tony Martin. Did your bloodline, did you find that to be a help or a hindrance?
Oh, a help, definitely. I mean, I thought that's what everybody did when I was growing up. And a week out of high school, I grew up in Hollywood and moved back to Memphis, Tennessee, my hometown, and worked with a guy named Chip Smoman who had cut the Elvis stuff. And that's when I started, I guess, get serious about it, because before that, you know, it was like, thought it was just what everybody did. I had a lot of fun at it. I mean, I'm still having fun, you know, but to get real serious, I'm still wondering when that's going to happen.
Is that a thing? Can you take it too seriously? I think maybe
you know,
sometimes artists do take
I mean,
it too seriously.
It's got to be fun, you know. If it's not fun, I don't want to, you know, it's got to be fun. And I've had fun with I've been really blessed in my life to have a lot of fun, but work with a lot of fun people, and, you know.
Well, a lot of big names, too. I mean, you had a bunch of people cover your songs. You played with Bob Dylan and a ton of others. Let me ask you, when you joined Fleetwood Mac, you, in effect, I guess, replaced Lindsey Buckingham. Yes. Now, this is in, I guess, the mid-'80s, 85, 86, something like that?
I joined them in 87. 87 to 95, yeah.
Now, you had, just before that, you had a couple of chart singles as a solo act. You were getting quite a bit of college radio airplay, and it looked like Billy Burnett might break and become a real big solo act. Was that a gamble to join Fleetwood Mac at the time you did?
Well, at the time I joined Fleetwood Mac, I had just been nominated Best New Male Vocalist for Country Music.
That's what I mean.
And I wasn't even a country artist, you know, at the time, so it was kind of all kind of crazy. And past that, after joining Fleetwood Mac, don't remember too much about that.
Really? Of late, though, you've also played with John Fogerty, of course, the Creedence Clearwater Revival for many years.
For a long time, yeah.
What's he like to be with on the road?
He's great. I mean, he's a great talent, great singer, and, you know, one of my favorites. I mean, I used to do Proud Mary and Bad Moon Rising in my high school band, so it was like, you know, he's one of my heroes, like Fleetwood Mac was. I was the biggest Fleetwood Mac fan in the world, as Bob Dylan, you know, so I got to, you know, play with Bob for a little while and loved that, you know.
Now, your material, though, you do rockabilly, which is very similar to what Johnny and Dorsey were doing many, many years ago. So when you're at the Mock Chunk Opera House tomorrow night, tell us about the band.
The band is Dave Rowe on bass, slap bass player.
Stand-up bass player.
Yeah, Jimmy Lester on drums and Guthrie Trapp on guitar. I mean, it's a real hot band.
Original material, or a mix of
original stuff. I have a new album out called Rock and Roll With It, and We'll be drawing from some of that. I always do a couple of the Old Man songs, do a couple of Fleetwood Mac numbers that I did with them. So
we had a video of you doing the chain as a solo act, and unfortunately I couldn't get computer programs. One doesn't talk to the other. Oh well, it was. That's right, not the chain. Oh well. Yes. And I couldn't get it to convert, unfortunately, so we can't see any part of it right now. Yeah. So you do toss a Fleetwood Mac song.
Oh yeah. We kind of have a rockabilly version of Oh Well. And that's one I did with Fleetwood Mac. It was like from the Peter Green era of Fleetwood Mac, because they were a blues band for years and years. You know,
everybody forgets.
They've been together for like 100 years or something now.
I think they formed 1967, 68 or so, but it wasn't until anybody heard of them when the album that was just called Fleetwood Mac came out in 1975. Yes. Because they taught you, and my favorite album they ever did was Kiln House with
one of my favorites.
Hypnotized on it. We have to mention at least a little bit about your opening act tomorrow night, who is a local girl, Sean Delacroix from Freeland.
Yes. Great artist. Yeah. Great artist. Fantastic. Yeah, it's going to be a fun night tomorrow night.
Showtime.
Unfortunately, I'm going to miss it because I'll be working.
So will I, unfortunately. Showtime, doors open at 7:30 and curtain goes up at 8:30.
7:30, yes.
Okay. All right, Jim Thorpe Opera House, or Mauch Chunk Opera House in Jim Thorpe. Tomorrow night, the one and only Billy Burnett live. And if you want to go on us, call us right now. You see the number on the screen, 459-1869, extension 1172. During the next break, we'll pick 2 callers and give 2 pair away, and they're will call tickets, so you don't have to brave the elements and come up here on the top of the hill to try to get them. We'll call your name in, and that's all you got to do. This is for the 10 o'clock newscast only, and of course, you can only win once every 60 days. So call now. We'll pick 2 winners. Billy, I'm sorry we're out of time. I'm glad that you came in.
Yes, thank you so much.
Very much. Beth Scott Sports, when we come back, stay here. It's Late Edition on WYLN.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
FunFest kicks off its weekend with the Poets in Concert, presented by Northeast Revenue Service at the J.J. Ferrara Center in downtown Hazleton. Hear the sounds of the 50s, 60s, and beyond, from the Beatles to disco. Before you enjoy the outdoor fun of FunFest weekend, come and party with the oldies. Advance tickets for this one-of-a-kind concert are available at FunFest headquarters or at Metallo's Formalwear. For information and a complete schedule of events for FunFest weekend, call 1-800-OK-FFest or go to funfestpa.org. FunFest is made possible through the support of its corporate sponsors. The Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home Incorporated at 542 North Wyoming Street in Hazleton, serving the greater Hazleton area since 1890 and still family owned and operated, offers convenient parking, handicapped accessibility, seating for over 150 people, casket, cremation product showrooms to accommodate traditional, cremation, and pre-planned funerals. The Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home Incorporated, 570-454-3341. WYLN, your first choice for locally produced shows like Chef Lou, Jen-tastic Sweets, Off the Beaten Path, The Storm, and more. Find out how you can stretch your advertising dollars and be a part of the WYLN TV lineup. Call 570-459-1869, extension 1302. WYLN, we're your local network.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are nearing the end of their 2013 season, which was pretty lackluster. The boys from Baseball Town finished dead last in the Eastern Division of the Eastern League, but they announced for the 16th straight season Reading had attendance over 400,000. Tonight, their last game at home at First Energy Stadium, they hosted the Richmond Flying Squirrels, who are still in the playoff hunt. In the first inning, Richmond's Adam Duvall steals a hard single from Michael Franco at third base. A nice play there for out number number 3 for the Squirrels. Moving to the second. Runners on the corners and 1 out. Richmond's Tyler Latore hits to short and what should be an easy double play, but it's botched with the missed catch. At first, the Squirrels, Angel Villalona, will score. Third inning, Squirrels will get 3 more runs on the Fightin' Phils. They extend their lead to 4-0. Skipping the bottom of the third inning, Troy Hanzawa will be at third. Zach Collier will ground into a double play. Albert Cartwright here makes it a hard second out. 1 run will count, and the score is 4-1. Reading trailing in the 5th inning. Michael Franco will get things started off with the solo shot to left field, and the fun doesn't stop there in the 5th. Fightin' number 1 homer machine Jim Murphy will follow Franco's lead. It's another homer, Murphy's 23rd of the season, and it's 6-3 Richmond. Reading is creeping up. Albert Cartwright to the plate. He will hit the long single over the left fielder's head. Cartwright will then be on first base with Zach Collier next up in the lineup. A hard hit ground ball down the right field line. He will get his 9th triple on the year. Cartwright will score. Reading will only trail 7-4. Moving to the 6th inning. Murphy will cross home plate one more time on a throwing error by the Richmond pitcher. Sebastian Valier right there up next. No outs, runners on the corners. It's an RBI single. Hewitt will score, and the Fightin' Phils bring it within 1. The Fightins tied it all up at the 8th. In the 8th inning, bottom of the 9th, Reading will fight back and get the walk-off single and win 9-8. We told you earlier in the week that the Pittsburgh Pirates acquired Marlon Byrd and John Buck in their quest for the postseason. In order to make room for the 2 players on the roster, some changes needed to be made. One included the fate of Russ Kanzler, the utility ball player who was picked up by the Bucks in July, was designated for assignment. If Kanzler clears waivers, there is still a chance the Pirates can pick him up in September. He batted .253 this season with 12 homers and 62 RBIs between the Pirates' AAA squad in Indianapolis and Baltimore's AAA Norfolk Tides. And only one more night until the bright lights of high school football. We will have all of your local team highlights right here on Late Edition tomorrow night as Week 1 kicks off. And of course, the WYLN Sports Crew will be back at it again, bringing you live football coverage. Tomorrow we start right here in Hazleton as the Cougars host the Knights of Scranton. Other games that follow include Anthracite Football League rivals Marion Catholic at Mahanoy area Week 3. Friday the 4th of October, Sports Crew will be in Mountaintop following the Cougars as they take on Crestwood on their home field. The following week we stay in Mountaintop as the Comets host Pocono Mountain West. Then it's back to the city. Hazleton area will be hosting East Stroudsburg High School, and we wrap it all up with Week 10, November 1st. George Curry's Berwick Bulldogs coming to Cougar territory. Make sure you tune in each Friday night for the best live football coverage around right here on WYLN. I'll be back with more sports in a few minutes. Until then, it's Lisa with all your top story recaps. Stay tuned.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi Electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. WYLN TV 35, first in live sports.
Hi, I'm Ron Jaworski. For the best in local TV sports, watch WYLN TV 35.
WYLN TV 35 has it covered.
Hi, my name is Vince Papelli. I'm a former Philadelphia Eagle wide receiver and special teams guy, and for local sports coverage, I watch only WYLN 35.
WYLN TV 35, the event, not just the highlights.
Recapping tonight's top stories, a deadly fire this evening in Wilkes-Barre. Flames broke out just before 7 p.m. at a home on Kent Lane. These are photos courtesy of viewer Nick Hughes and also from the Times-Leader newspaper. Firefighters arrived to find heavy fire inside the 2-story single home. Sadly, the Times-Leader reporting a 90-year-old woman who lived there did not make it out of the burning home. No word on her identity. A city fire inspector was on scene. There is no cause yet for that deadly fire tonight in Wilkes-Barre. A new class for the Hazleton Academy of Sciences has some residents and Hazleton area school board members questioning why. Ann Gownley reports.
Concerns over junior achievement of northeastern Pennsylvania providing lessons and activities for the Hazleton Area Academy of Sciences on Marcellus Shale and paid for by Cabot Oil was a concern for some board members and residents this evening. Superintendent Dr. Francis Antonelli explained to us that there will be 7 lessons taught in the course, 4 by Hazleton area teachers, 3 by junior achievement volunteers, and 1 by an environmental group. This program is a first for the district.
The intent was to present a balanced view of the gas industry as it presently exists. We had a culminating activity planned for a mock town hall meeting where the students, after being exposed to the 7 units, would choose a viewpoint and then present the rationale for their stance on fracking in this mock town hall meeting.
This program was tabled at tonight's meeting by board members Robbie Wallace and Steve Hahn. Wallace says there are still a lot of unanswered questions that need to be addressed before he can vote.
What involvement does the oil company actually have? We don't know. Was it just providing the materials? Was it providing the lessons? Is there going to be a presentation supporting this, against it? And I think once we get the information from junior achievement and we see what's involved, and we have a chance to look at the lessons, we might have blown this all out of proportion. On the other hand, if it is a slanted presentation, or if only one side's allowed to give their point of view, that's an entirely different story.
Well-known environmental activist Anne-Marie Shelby from Hazel Township says whether it be Cabot Oil or any other industry in Pennsylvania, she hopes it's not a one-sided lesson on the gas industry, and also adds that the curriculum may be too advanced for 9th graders.
First it's the age, and then they're paying for it. So when they pay for it, there has to be something in there for them. I'm sure Cabot, why isn't Chesapeake doing it? Why isn't other gas companies doing it? So the industry is very broad, but this one chooses to come here. That's a little concerning. I just think they need another point of view, and they acclaimed that they would be getting another point of view. But my thoughts is like, well, we'll let them do a town hall meeting. All you have to do is put on PCN and see some of the town hall meetings run by either the gas industry or environmental industries or the state. I don't think a 9th grader is prepared for that.
Dr. Antonelli says he hopes to present the board with more information on this lesson at a future meeting.
We think it's important for our students to be exposed to varying viewpoints on significant issues, social issues, because we feel that develops their critical thinking skills, which are so necessary in today's world.
In Hazel Township, for WYLN's Late Edition, I'm Ann Gownley.
And finally tonight, last week we told you about Walter Hunsaker. He is the McAdoo man who's been riding to work on his motorcycle, which carries the Soldier's Cross. The Soldier's Cross is the battlefield marker of where a soldier has fallen. He's had it on his bike as a tribute to veterans. The gun in it is a plastic toy. Hunsaker works at Valmont Newmark in the Valmont Industrial Park. While public reaction has been overwhelmingly positive, Newmark's home office told him he was barred from taking it on company property, but he rode it to work again. Today, he was suspended indefinitely without pay. Newmark says it is for insubordination, taking the bike with the plastic gun onto company property, though he had been told not to. Now, the company says it's about safety, and the presence of the toy gun broke company policy. And that is a look at tonight's top story recaps. When we come back, the countdown is on to the big Fun Fest celebration. We'll have a preview, plus Beth is back in with the second half of sports.
And it's still staying dry here in the backyard. Not the case toward the south and east, as I showed you down by the Lehighton area. Boy, some powerful storms moving through those regions. And there were some powerful storms back in 2005. It was like a magnet, if you will, bringing up a lot of these tropical systems and these hurricanes on the graphic. You'll be able to see them for yourself. That you had Katrina, you had Rita, you had Dennis, you had Arlene and Cindy. Again, all of those coming up through the Gulf and making their way toward the north. It was an active season then, and it's not been that active so far this year. We'll talk what we can expect locally with the 7-day forecast coming up.
Tri-County Business Machines has been serving the Hazleton area with office supplies and furniture for over 35 years. We are your local Kyocera dealer for all your digital Kyocera copiers, printers, and faxes. For exceptional reliability, sales, and service, the call to make is to Tri-County Business Machines. Tri-County Business Machines, keeping your office up to speed. Tri-County Business Machines, located at 117 East Broad Street, Hazleton. Phone 459-0754 or visit us on the web at tricountybm.com.
During these changing times, is your insurance program up to date? I'm local Allstate agent Gary McNeilis. I invite you to come into our office or give us a call. We'll help you be sure that you have the proper coverage to take care of all your family's needs at a price you can afford. Now more than ever, you need to be in good hands to protect everything that's important to you. Our team of insurance professionals and I will be honored to serve you. Are you in good hands?
Buy it at Barber Ford. It's a cut above the rest. Buy it at Barber Ford. Honest people where the deals are the best. Now is the time. Barber Ford is the place. The best cause I hear there's no mistake. You can't buy better. You can't buy better than Barber Ford.
Barber Ford, Route 309 in Hazleton and on Route 11 in Exeter.
Welcome back to Late Edition. I'm Ann Galley, and I'm here at the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce with one of the founders of Hazleton's Fun Fest, Joe Scarcella. Joe, you know, we've made it 35 years. Tell me a little bit about it. The excitement still going strong.
Well, I don't know how you made it 35 years. I don't think you were even born yet, were you?
No, I wasn't.
No, see that? Now we made it. It's 35 years, and it just gets bigger and better every year. And I'm just glad to be a part of the original founders.
And you have a big part in this. Each year the Poets start off on Friday night. Tell me about that.
Our Friday night concert, this is the fifth year that they were bringing the Poets back from northeastern Pennsylvania. They're a great show band. People, if they love music from the 50s and the 60s, they're a great group. They've toured all over, and we just glad to get them back every year.
Hazleton's biggest event of the year, Fun Fest. Lots of people come from all over the area to check it out. Tell me, you know, for those who haven't been to Fun Fest, what are some of the things that they can expect?
Well, they can expect just a great weekend of visiting craft booths, different displays by different vendors, great food naturally. No picnic areas would be great without good food.
What's your favorite part over the years, 35 years, what's your favorite part about Fun Fest from back then that's maybe not here now or to today?
I enjoy seeing the people line the streets for the parade. There's not many events left in Hazleton anymore. This is our 35th year, and when you walk down the parade route and you see the people that come out, you see the smiles on their face, and I think they appreciate the fact that this is probably the only event that we have for the greater Hazleton area people.
And this is something that you and the rest of the committee look forward to, including other residents of Hazleton, look forward to each and every year.
That's correct. I mean, we'll take a break for a month after this one's over, and we'll come back starting to plan bigger and better for next year.
What do you think about the theme? Totally 80s weekend. I know a lot of people that we've spoken to are pretty excited about it. To dress up, dig out of the closet, got the big hair. You know, that's a pretty exciting theme for a lot of people.
Well, for a lot of people, that's past my time, though. But I think it's a great theme, and I think people are going to participate, and I think you're probably going to see people or organizations with floats in the parade that decorate according to the theme, and I think you're going to see people walking Broad Street and entering the different contests dressed in the theme.
As Fun Fest comes closer, you know, tell me, you know, what are some of the things you want the people to know?
I want them to know that we try hard every year to bring them good entertainment at no cost to them whatsoever. The whole weekend is free.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Joe. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
And if you do have the time, make sure you stop down Fun Fest weekend, September 7th and 8th, for all the food, fun, entertainment for the entire family. Make sure you stop down. Don't forget, Friday night, the Poets concert starts off.
A Poets concert starts off. Tickets are available at the chamber here, and they're also available at my store, Metallos for more.
Sounds good. Make sure you check it out. Okay, make sure you get a ticket just in time. Start off on Friday night. Stay tuned. Beth Mensinger's in with sports on the Late Edition.
Weatherwood is a privately owned 200-bed nursing and rehabilitation center. Nestled within the quiet town of Weatherly, PA, we offer our residents and their families tranquil and scenic views from just about anywhere in the building. We are located within minutes of Hazleton General Hospital as well as major metropolitan medical and trauma centers in the Lehigh Valley. Whispering Meadows is a 50-bed secured dementia unit within our facility. Whether you need short-term, long-term, or respite stay, call or stop by today for a tour.
What do you see? Perhaps you're noticing the rusted fender or the dented side panel. Maybe the first thing your eye goes to is the worn interior. But look closer and you'll see something else. Value. At Harry's U-Pull-It, we see value in your old car and so will others. It's the reason we offer top dollar for your car. Junker, clunker, piece of tin, your car may have many names, but at Harry's, there's only one that matters. Value. Visit one of our 3 locations today in Hazleton, Pennsburg, and Allentown.
Managing risk is more than just buying an insurance policy. At Dreyfus, our approach is different. We have 25 risk management professionals who have the tools and experience to help our clients avoid and survive unexpected events. We can help you with risk transfer, OSHA requirements, safe workplace, cybersecurity, and claims management. All of these go well beyond an insurance policy. We're also independent, so we can access dozens of insurance carriers like Grange Insurance, who can insure your auto, home, business, and life. Dreyfus Insurance since 1901 and Grange Insurance since 1935. We're committed to helping you manage risk.
All Care Home Care. The health care that you need in the comfort and privacy of your own home.
At All Care Home Care, our caring and compassionate staff of skilled nurses, occupational, speech, physical therapists, dietitian, social worker, and home health aides will give you the professional care you need. Call 459-3002.
With All Care Home Care, you will feel so much better and be able to do so much more.
Remember, it's still your choice. For your care, call us and we'll be there.
We're going to switch it up a little bit and head right into our scoreboards for the night. First up, in the Eastern League, the Senators fall to Altoona 4-1. In the International League, the Iron Pigs and the Rail Riders delayed an hour and 20 minutes because of rain. Last game at PNC Field for the season, Rail Riders up 4-2 in the 7th. In the Majors, Tigers over the A's. Royals win 3-1 in Minnesota. Rays shut out by the Angels 2-0. Red Sox fall 3-2 to Baltimore. The Mariners up 3-2 in the 7th. In the National League, the Mets blow out the Phillies 11-3. Another blowout, Washington 9-0 over the Marlins. Milwaukee shuts out the Bucks 4-0. And lastly, the Cleveland Indians fall 3-1 to the Braves. Stick around, Joe's back next.
Welcome to Robert Stevens Face and Body, Hazleton's complete skincare center. Here, our licensed specialists will consult with you to discuss your skincare needs, rejuvenate you with our special facial treatments, and apply gentle, relaxing massages to melt your tension away, using all state-of-the-art technical treatments and superior skin products. So call today and let the transformation begin at Robert Stevens Face and Body, 788-7546.
Your family's good health begins with a great team. That team is the Alliance Medical Group. We're the first healthcare provider in the greater Hazleton area to offer a fully integrated approach to family and specialized medical care. Our expanding network of more than 30 physicians and specialists are trusted by thousands for routine and complex medical treatments. For a convenient appointment at any of our 15 regional offices, simply call 501-4AMG. Alliance Medical Group. Your health, that's our specialty.
All right, just one little storm right through there. That's about it. Other than that, it's quiet out there. 67 outside our TV station in Hazleton. 60s, lower 70s statewide, including up in the Wyoming Valley area. And again, there were some of those storms making their way through parts of the state of Pennsylvania, especially the eastern third of Pennsylvania. And as we go through tomorrow, not looking too bad across our region. Maybe a shower or a thunderstorm can't be ruled out as we go into our Saturday. Warm for tomorrow, looking like a pretty nice looking day. Extended forecast brought to you by the Wire Guys, a division of Arc Electric. Here's what we can expect over the next couple of days across our region. Overall, not bad temperature-wise. Some fog tomorrow morning, can't rule that out. And then some showers and storms for Sunday and Monday, and cooler for next week. Wow, I got that all in.
How about it?
Yeah.
Hopefully it all holds out. That rain holds out for tomorrow. And it's just foggy. Lots of football.
Yeah,
going
actually, I
on.
think for football,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
going to be a nice evening, and it
Good.
should be dry.
Excellent.
Of course, we have our football game tomorrow,
We do.
and it's live,
It
right
is.
here.
Right here on WYLN.
Rain or shine, right?
Rain or shine. Hazelton area. First Scranton. Big doings.
That should be a good one.
We'll see.
Keep our fingers crossed.
We'll see.
They're all good ones, right?
They're all good ones.
And we will have all your highlights right here, so make sure you tune in.
She goes
That is if
crazy
you're
on
not
Friday night.
On
That
Football
is if you're not
Friday.
going to see Billy Burnett at the Mauchunk.
How about that interview with L.A. Tyrone? That was
Cool
pretty
guy.
awesome. He played with Fleetwood Mac, played with everybody, did
I
his
could
own
tell
stuff.
Tyrone did not want to stop that interview. He would have gone for
His
hours.
leg was
and
shaking.
hours.
His leg
He
was
just,
That's how you know he's going to do it. Have a great night, everybody. We will be back here tomorrow night live at 10, and Beth will have tons of scores by then.